Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Today, yes, we're driving the e-bike again. People are looking at us like we're crazy, but that's normal. Everybody thinks that the Chinese people are so much different than them. And I don't know where they get this idea. The Chinese people that I know, and the Chinese people that are around my neighborhood, they've got kids that go to ballet. They've got kids that go to music classes. They get up in the morning like everybody else. Get the kids ready for school, get them fed, get them off to school. Then they jump on the subway on their e-bike or in their car and off to work they go. They're lawyers, they're doctors, they're engineers, they're people that work in restaurants. They do all of the same things that Westerners do in their daily life. So I don't see, maybe the idea that the place looks different, maybe the idea that their writing is way different. Like, I have no idea. I know what Nanning looks like. I know what exit on a highway looks like. I know what money, like RMB, the sign for RMB or yen looks like. But other than that, you know, it's just on memory. I guess they got better memories than we do, obviously, because there's more than 26 letters in their alphabet, if you can call it an alphabet. I regress. I talk. I go off on little tangents. It's in my nature. So we're going to be cruising up into the northwest area of Nanning today, because I'm off to do a video. That one of the subscribers to my channel says, why don't you do a video on death? Wow, there's a good thing to do a video on. But you see, I got a lot of experience in this because two uncles and Wei Feng's mother have passed away since I've been in China. So I've been to 3 funerals, and I sort of watched it from the outside looking in, and it was quite interesting. So I think it'll make a good video. But again, that's not what this video is about. This video is about how similar the Chinese are to people in Canada, the United States, Europe, everywhere else. You know, they're chasing that almighty dollar. They want to retire like everybody else. They want a better life for them and their children. They have the same aspirations as anybody else in the world. They don't think about politics very much. You know, having a communist, which isn't really communist, it's not really socialist, more capitalist type of government than anything else. Sure, there's some socialism tossed in there, just for the fact that some people need a helping hand. But you know, it's not the big helping hand that they have in the Western world, the social net, if you want to call it that, that catch people when they're falling and they don't have a job, they don't have a place to live, they don't have any money. And but that said, when they catch a lot of these people in that social net, those people stay in that social net because it is too lucrative to just give up all of that free money that people are just giving you type thing. See those 2 3-wheelers back there, they're illegal sellers of, well, one was sugar cane, I think the other one was oranges. Yeah, they just stop on the street. They don't have a license, and if the police come along, they'll confiscate not only their ride, but everything in it. So here comes another one up here. And it's sugarcane season in China, so the boys are cutting down the sugarcane. They bring it into town, mostly farmers, and they sit on the side of the street like this, and they sell it, and they make a living like that. Yes, illegal living, but still, it's a living. There's construction workers, and there's car salespeople, and there's bums on the street, just like everywhere else. You know, that's it's so similar in so many ways. One of the things that isn't similar is that this place is basically one race. You don't have like in the West, you've got You got black and white, and you've got Asian, you've got South American, you got Mexican, you've got you got your Spanish, and you've got you've got so many different types of people in a place like the United States or Canada that you notice the difference here just for the fact that everybody is Chinese. I go literally a week or two at a time without seeing another foreigner, and I'm right beside the university. It used to be that there was so many foreigners around. I don't know what's going on. Maybe this trade war, terrorists, all these things have maybe scared them away, where they think that I don't know if it's safe there or not. So maybe they've just said, I'm not going to China until I know that it's safe. Well, you guys, Gweilo 60 is here in China, and it's as safe as it ever has been. Well, maybe not on the road with this doorknob trying to run into people. You get the younger guys. They don't think, hey, it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye, or skins a knee, or breaks an arm. But other than that, it's basically the same. Sure, it looks different here. You've got all the high rises. You've got a lot of little garage businesses, and the reason that they can run these little garage businesses is because they have such a population here in China that there's a million people going by your front door every day. It doesn't matter if you sell cadaddles or cadaddles, tires for e-bikes, to cigarettes, to just breakfast soup, to you name it. It really doesn't make a difference what you sell. There's always somebody there to buy it, and because there's just like 7 million people, and this city is not very big in square mileage or square kilometerage. I'm giving away my age again. It doesn't really matter which direction you go in Nanning, because Nanning is a conglomeration of villages that have been sort of taken over by the city. So it doesn't really matter which way you go. Sooner or later you're going to run into village land, and that's what I've just done is run into some village land here. It hasn't been taken off yet. High rises all around you, like nice high rises all around you, but still village land. Sort of nice to see the old and the new China together, because you give it another 15-20 years, there's going to be none of this old China left, and that's pretty sad, because it's the most interesting part of the country by far. I like to spend a lot of time in the rural areas. We haven't spent a lot of time in the rural areas this time. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's we're still getting our feet wet from being in Canada for so long. But look at all this new stuff going up. Like, really, this stuff wasn't here last year or a year and a half ago. There'd be some rich farmers that sold this land, I tell you that, man. They probably got, each of them probably got 3 apartments in there to rent out. Live in one, rent 2 out. Oh yeah, the boys are in the money. Just think the dollars it takes to build these things. Holy smokes. And it's like everywhere. It's not just in one area of Nanning, it's freaking everywhere, I'm telling you. I've never seen a city grow like this anywhere. Back into village land again, eh? Gotta love this. You might think, Gweilo, how the hell do you know where you are? Well, I never know where I am. I've got a homing beacon in my head. I know how to get home. Sorta. Sooner or later. Hopefully before my power runs out on my e-bike. But no, I've been driving this city for coming on 17 years. I know just about every nook and cranny in this place. When I started coming to China, they used to have little steps on the backs of these things and little seats in the back, and for like an RMB they would take you freaking near across town. Yeah, times have changed. Now those are illegal. You can't do that anymore, and because they're commercializing living bejesus out of Nanning City. They're taking away those small little fly-by-night jobs that they used to have. All the street vendors are basically gone. It's illegal. The little cabs, like I was telling you, taxis, are basically gone. You know, this is it's taken some of the character, I guess, away from the way things used to be. And that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button, and thanks for watching. Oh, don't forget to hit the bell. Bye now. See, there's motorcycles here too, eh? Look at that guy.